Hi English 110 students, welcome to week 9. This week we're continuing with the research essay, and I wanted to make a short video just going over some key things to keep in mind for this week. So 2 main assignments this week. Tuesday at midnight, rough draft of the research essay is due. This is just a rough draft, so do your best. I'd like you to have around 4 pages. I want you to include a works cited page so that I can give you some feedback and suggestions and point out things that you'll need to revise before the final draft. Incorporate some quotes from the research in the body of your essay and do your best. The more complete your rough draft, the more useful feedback I'll be able to give you, but it is just a rough draft, so it's better to submit it on time, even if it's not complete, and then just go from there. The final draft is going to be due next week, and then Sunday at midnight, you're going to have a peer review of a classmate's draft due. You can complete that earlier. You can complete that anytime on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. So I want to talk about a few announcements for this week. So everyone's been doing a great job on the research project, lots of great topics. I've really enjoyed reading what you have so far, and there's a great variety of topics too. So I wanted to go over a few questions that I've had so far, students ask, and a few answers. So a few of you asked, can you use personal experience in the essay? And the short answer is yes. But I want you to keep in mind that it is a research essay, so the key focus is what you found out there in the research. The nice thing about sources that you find when you research is they're recoverable. So I can go and I can look at those sources and I can read those sources. When you're just including personal experience, it has a lot of appeal to emotion, and it lets me see your interest in the topic, but it's not recoverable. I can't go and then see it. It's something that I'm just relying on you to include. And also, sometimes it can feel a bit limited because it's one person's story, it's one anecdote. And even though that's true and powerful, it might not really be representative of the whole topic. So to keep the tone formal, and to keep the essay research-based, I'd like you to limit your personal experience to the introduction and the final body paragraph and the conclusion. You could include it in all 3 of those places, or just in 1 or just in 2, and then keep the other body paragraphs focused on what you found in the research. Another great question that I had this week was about I language. Can you use I language in a research essay? You can, especially when you're describing your personal experience related to the topic. It would be very weird to put this in some sort of like third person, one person has experienced, when you're really just writing about your own experiences. But to keep the tone more formal, I'd like you to avoid using phrases like I think, I believe, in my opinion. Don't worry about that for your rough draft. Just write however you want for your rough draft, and then I'm going to be posting a video explaining this a little bit more for next week, and then for your final draft, I'd like you to edit out some of that I language. But don't be too critical about your language when you're just in that early creative stage of the writing, because sometimes when you get too caught up on little details like that, it can limit your flow of ideas and your writing process. So, great question. Don't worry about it for the rough draft, but for the final draft, yeah, we're going to be talking about editing that out. Somebody asked if they could have more than 5 sources, and the answer is yes, you can. 5 is the minimum, so feel free to include as many relevant sources as you like. And then another really great question was from someone who couldn't find what they were looking for in the research and wanted to know what they should do. So I'd really recommend visiting my office hours or the chat with the librarian option on the website, which I'm going to show you now. So if you are on our library website and you're there during normal library hours, you'll see this Ask a Librarian, and you can just type in your question and you'll get a pretty quick response. So this can be what you haven't found in the research. And right now it's not regular library hours, so you can still submit a question and we'll get back to you. But it's a really great option. I also wanted to mention that you can get extra credit on this essay by going ahead and visiting the non-credit English Composition Lab or the Writing Center or my office hours. So swing on by and you'll get some extra credit. You can read more details about how to get extra credit on this Writing Support on Campus page. And lastly, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the peer review assignment for this week. Peer review of your classmate's essay. What I've done is uploaded a short rubric, and what I'd like you to do is just write some commentary into the rubric. So some commentary about the intro, the thesis, the evidence, a couple suggestions, and a couple things you think your classmate did really well. So go ahead and just be as helpful as you can, as specific as you can, and I really hope that you enjoy getting to see how your classmates approached the research essay and getting to learn some about these different interesting topics that everyone selected. So thanks for watching this short video. I hope everyone has a great week. Please reach out to me with any questions that you have.